The last
Thank
time
you
I
so much.
saw you was on video, and
Hmm.
let's talk a little bit about that. That wasn't that long ago, and talk
No, it wasn't.
about that
That was June 2nd, 2025. I'll never forget it.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, what a roller coaster that was.
Why now tell the audience, tell the story about how you got to that point and how I got on a video call and what was transpiring. Tell them a little bit about that story.
Okay, so I had a long road, of ups and downs, stumbles, and I was always trying to keep positive, right? And attend groups and, little by little. I heard one time in a group somebody said, no matter where you are in your path, if you're screwing up or whatever, at least attend the groups, keep coming, because one of these days you're going to hear something that clicks and registers and it's going to change your trajectory, right?
Mhm.
So I kept attending and doing that,
Even when you were
waiting for
messing up,
that, waiting for that. Yeah, even when I was messing up, I
even
was
when you had like
attending.
an illegal cell phone, or even when you
Yeah,
just, uh-huh, even in
I
a bad
kept going to
mindset.
groups.
Yeah, when they said group time, even if you were messing up, you got yourself in that seat.
Yes, I still, whatever, no matter what, C status, whatever, I was still trying to go to groups.
Uh-huh.
So along that path, I got involved with some bad stuff, STGs and all that stuff. And so when things started to go right for me, right? I had this troubled history, like a bad C file, right? And
Uh-huh.
then things started to happen with CDCR, the programs, GOGI, all the stuff that real rehabilitation, not just, oh, CDCR, like real rehabilitation started happening. So that gave me a lot of positive hope, right? And I'm like, I actually could do something now. I could actually like make these changes that I need and be supported by real programs that are going to step up and try to help me.
Mhm.
So that gave me a lot of hope. And I would tell people like, look, this is what's happening, man. I got court coming now, like the gun enhancements, and it sounded crazy. People would even look at me like, man, that fool's crazy. He's not getting out, But no matter what, I wasn't discouraged. I kept doing everything I had to do because I know at the end of the day, you know, we all have a redemption story in us. So just keep doing what you got to do. Work hard. I work my butt off. People were amazed, especially when it came to my gogi, like how I was knocking stuff out. I was like eating the books up. I was like turning courses in left and right.
Yeah,
And the
I have your
people,
transcript here.
yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. And then the other Gogi guys around me, we were feeding off of each other. So
Uh-huh.
it was like we were having our groups, and then we're like, oh, I just finished this book. Oh, I need that book here, and then we're like swapping, and it was just momentum was building, and I started seeing light at the end of the tunnel, especially with the support from my wife, the support from everybody around me. Like I said, your support network, you really gotta like open up and invite those relationships, trust in them because they could be everlasting. And I have a good friend, Cedric Pierce from the ARC. He's been very instrumental in my reintegration. He's been talking to me, and he's somebody that I always admired because of I've seen his story. Like he had a similar bad history in prison and was able to get through and get released, and now he's doing all the good work. He's a life coach and Sammy Antar, guys like that.
So that
So
takes us to that video. I'm logging in and I see you sitting in a chair, and then I see a courtroom. I see Coach Sammy Antar. I see
yeah,
everybody that's there for you. What was that hearing about, and what was the outcome?
the hearing was about my resentencing for the gun enhancement, and it was a long time coming. It was a long process, very frustrating process.
And the judge was the same judge.
Same sentencing judge from when I was 19 years old. So he knew my case in and out.
Oh,
He
he
knew
knew
my
every
co-defendants.
page. He knew
Yeah.
every page. And he was so impressed with the progress that you had made. He was so surprised, but very, very impressed.
Yes, he was very impressed. There were still some things that concerned him, but I think he knew already that I had made that turn. That day was very emotional because it was like, they bring up the bad history, right? The gang stuff.
And I was watching you as they were reading that bad history. And to me, it just felt like you were experiencing a level of heartbreak. As you were sitting there, I just thought his heart is breaking because the man he is now would never in a million years harm anyone, cause harm, be in anywhere near harm. And they kept reading and reading and reading and reading. The longest list ever. And I just felt so much for you because you were sitting there hearing this, and I could hear you in your mind saying, but that's not who I am today. That's not who I am today. But that was a long list. We're not talking about a few offenses and one little gun enhancement. We're talking about.
He literally said that it was the biggest C-file he had ever seen. And then he was like, but granted, there are a lot of duplicates and triplicates, right? So, I mean, thank God for that. He actually thoroughly audited the C-file. I mean, just goes to show, I felt like that was kind of like a dirty trick, but that's another story for another day, right?
Now you are measured by the thickness of your C-file.
Yes, exactly. So some judges will see that and then they'll just be like, they'll read a couple pages and they'll be like, man, I'm not giving this dude a chance.
Yes.
Like, that's the real world. That's the reality. I got very lucky that he actually cared about the case, read through it. And I think it was a large part of it was the support that was there.
Yeah.
I talk about your social support network, right?
Yeah.
I had like 21, 22 people in the court. I think it was 19 people in the court and 3 on video on Zoom. Mm-hmm. So that counts.
Yes.
Who you choose to make friendships with, who you align yourself with, the people in your life, that counts.
To you to now be called Coach Carlos. What does that mean to you? I mean, here's your certificate for your thesis that you did.
Oh my God.
I'm going to send you that. And here's the certificate for your coach status. And I'll send you that as well.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm going to frame that.
What does that mean to you? What is it? It was a long process, but what does it mean that when I talk to you, I'm going to call you Coach Carlos. You call me Coach Taylor.
Yeah.
You and I are an equal. We are both coaches for the GOGI Life Tools. What does it mean to you to have that endorsement from the organization saying, we trust you with the GOGI Life Tools? What does that mean?
Okay. On that note, so it feels like a disbelief to me because the timing of everything, how it happened, right? It was like, okay, I had just finished my thesis, like maybe like a month before my resentencing. So I didn't have the opportunity to actually get the physical certificate in my hand. And then just how we are, like doing time, we always have doubts. We always second guess ourselves, right? And so I'm like, I haven't heard nothing. I mean, you did acknowledge it in an email to Christina, like, yeah, he's good, right? But still, your mind goes. So I'm in court and I'm like, oh my God, am I a coach? Did I do it right? Do I still got to fulfill something? Like, so the fact that I didn't get the certificate yet, and I'm like going to court and I'm like, oh man, like, and then I didn't feel comfortable like putting Coach Carlos, like GOGI coach. And I'm like, no, man, I did the work. This is me. The only thing that's stopping me right now is a certificate, but I did the work. So, I am a coach. And then even my peers in the prison, they were already calling me coach because they see me do the work, right? Even though I didn't have the certificate, they were acknowledging me as a coach. So it felt very good, right?
Yes.
So being released and everything that's been going on, like just transitioning to society, right? I barely get time right now. It's been so busy, busy, busy. Everything is one errand after another. It's like checking the boxes. What's next? What's next? We got to go here. We got to go there. Signing up for college, you know? Like I've been on a mission. It's been nonstop since I've been home. I've been home 3 weeks now, but a month on Monday.
Is your stomach all
Monday will be 4 weeks.
Is your stomach settled? Because the food's different. Is your stomach okay now?
Yeah, my stomach's pretty good. I had one incident the other day where I got real nauseous. I think it's like some type of oil they cook with out here or something. Like I had a very bad reaction towards it. Yeah.
And what about sleeping? Now you're not on a 2-inch mattress. What is it like? Are you sleeping well? Do you wake up with the noises? What is sleeping like?
Oh, sleeping is way, way better. Wonderful. Wonderful. I have no problems with sleeping. I had not slept on a mattress for like 10 years. I had got rid of the mattress. I was just sleeping on the metal. I would fold a blanket and a sheet, and that's how I slept.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, it was better for my back, and psychologically, it was just something about rolling the mattress into a little taco every morning that bothered me. So I was like, I'm not doing this anymore, you know. And also it was like a state of mind, right? Like I'm not going to be comfortable. I'm going to have this certain discomfort because like I refuse to accept like this is going to be my home. Like, you know, like I messed up. I'm here. So I'm going to deal with it, you know? So that was just, it was like a mentality thing. It served certain purposes for me, multiple purposes. So I chose not to sleep on a mattress. But now that I'm home, I'm like sleeping like a baby.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, but I'm still programmed in a certain way where it's like I've been jogging every day, like 5 miles, 10 miles on Sundays. You know, I hit those 10-mile runs every Sunday since I've been out. I've done it 3 times already. No matter, it's crazy because I'll be exhausted. And then I'm going to take a day off tomorrow, right? And then, but I wake up in the morning and my body still tells me, go, 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 you know, move, right? Yeah. And so I'm like, out the door
Coach
to the gym,
Carlos,
running.
Do you have to give up some pretty important friendships?
Right now it's messed up. That's like a touchy subject because my parole. So my parole doesn't want me working with adults. I had this whole plan, right? And he's like, no. He's like, I don't want you, because a lot of guys that get out right away, they get on the GTO tablet, they connect with their, you know, their support network in there. Because, you know, you have your guys in there that helped you that along the way, you know, all the guys that help build you, because it's a strong community. It's a strong community. And now that I've been out, I wanted to reach back. I have a cousin still that's in there, you know, and I wanted to. I cannot communicate with them.
You cannot. Okay.
I cannot. My PO said, I will approve you to work with juveniles. That's as far as it will go. He says, once you get off parole, yeah, you could do whatever you want. You could work with GOGI, you could work with ARC, whoever you want to work with. He said, but as of right now, he's like, I don't want you in contact with anyone that's on parole, no one that's incarcerated. He's like, it is what it is, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. And I respect it. He just said, I want you to move past that right now. He's like, those guys, you're here now. He's like, they can't do nothing for you. You got to do it yourself now, you know? Okay. So there's other relationships that people that just don't understand, where it's like, they expect like, oh, I'm just going to drop what I'm doing and I'm going to go hang with them. Like, no. And they get upset. They like get their feelings hurt. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you just got to give me my space. You got to understand this transition. I don't even have an ID. You want me to come hang out with you?
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the GOGI tool for me to give, I need safety from harm. Using that tool in a very real sense, saying, I'd love to hang out with you, buddy, but I don't have an ID. Hanging out with you with no ID is not a good idea. For me to give, I need safety from harm. So you're actually utilizing the tools maybe without even thinking about it. You
yes, ma'am.
So you've integrated those tools into kind of your decision making.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially with the belly breathing on my runs. Like exercise has been one of the big therapeutic aspects of my transition. And so I've been doing now that I'm able to Google and do like actual research, right, about breathing, right?
Great.
I've done more research about breathing and belly breathing. And I read somewhere where it said that breathing through your mouth, the natives consider that it's like drinking dirty water.
Wow.
So, yes. So, like, that's mind blowing, right? And me and my wife have been practicing that. Now, we don't breathe through our mouth, we breathe through our nose and everything that we do, and it's more grounding and it's the belly breathing practice.
Yeah.
So, and getting a rhythm. So, when I'm running and I'm jogging and I'm hitting those miles and I'm running upstairs and hills and all that, and I'm trying to get my rhythm, right? The step with the in and out, right? And getting that, they call it like a 4-step where you get 4 steps, breathing in and then breathing out, right? So get that rhythm to perfection. It's challenging, right? I signed up for a marathon, marathon. Yeah, I signed up for a half marathon and probably going to be on the 4th of July. I don't know. I don't know yet. 4th of July is going to be crazy. I might sign up for another. I don't know yet. I got to see how it feels. If it's early in the morning, I might do it.
Yes. Yeah.
But so that's been helping me a lot, keeping me grounded and using the belly breathing in my runs and everything. But I take it as like my transitions towards life because now I'm getting stronger. Now that I'm able to eat like healthier foods, I feel way better.
Of course.
My energy levels, I feel way better.
Of course.
It's like, yeah, night and day, night and day.
I want you to just openly talk to the guy or the woman sitting on that 2-inch mattress and share with them some other thoughts that I haven't asked about. What can you tell me about this little book?
Oh, right now I have this book with me.
Oh,
but that was my starter book.
This was the starter book.
I literally did My Life Story first.
Yeah.
And I did that. That was my second completion of GOGI.
When you did the My Life Story, that's a course we offer for free to anybody. There's 2 million people incarcerated. 2 million people can do this for free. What were the stumbling blocks of that 15-page insight course? How did you decide, yes, I'm going to do it? And what were the things that might have kept you from doing it?
Well, I'm the type of person, once I commit to something, no matter how uncomfortable it might get, like I follow through. Okay. That's just my character.
You said, I'm jumping into GOGI, I'm doing it. And you didn't worry about the questions they asked or what the answers.
No.
Okay.
Because it's like, once you get past My Life Story, right? And if you do My Life Story, like genuinely, and you're really doing it like from a place where, okay, I'm entering this program and I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to do everything that I can. Like, I'm not going to hold back. I'm not going to, half step, right? I'm going to do it. Like, I'm in this and I'm going to do it. So once I did My Life Story, there's a lot of uncomfortable things that we go through as children, right? Traumatic experiences and, shame, right? Yeah. Shame. That's the number one thing in our lives. We hate to admit it. It's shame. We have to go through and learn everything the hard way. We have, very colorful backgrounds, family histories, right? And it's like, once you're in that cell and you get to reflect on your mistakes, you see other people's successes, not even successes sometimes, just simple things like people having their family, children and stuff like that, and not being able to experience that. You get shame from that, not being able to carry on your family name, not being able to, have a family with your wife.
Yeah.
That's been by your side, like the sacrifices that they make. So you live with a certain shame. Yeah. That's the hardest thing. When you could learn to accept that and work past it and learn how to deal with it. And then I believe that's where you start to find your success.
So did that My Life Story course help you get beyond that?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because you get to, if you're doing it the right way, you're going to attack your vulnerable points where your shame resides, and you address it in your life story. And then I think once you get that off your back, the rest of it, it's gonna follow, like A through Z.
So this little the starter book, somebody gave you a copy and said, "Do this. This is your next thing," or did Gogi send you a copy?
Gogi sent it to me after I did My Life Story. Gogi sent me that book.
And so you did the book report. It's like I think like page 190 or something like that. Page 190, and you sent it in, and that. Was that when it just solidified and clicked for you that, yeah, I'm all in? Or what was?
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Because it was kind of like a coincidence how everything played out, because I started talking to Sammy Antar, Coach Sammy, and he's like, "You haven't done Gogi?" And I'm like, because I was telling him, he's like, "Man, what's up, man? When you coming home? Like, you should be home already." Yeah. And I'm like, "Man, I'm working on it. I'm working on it." He's like, "What programs are you doing in there?" And I started telling him, "Oh, I'm doing ARC. I'm doing a prep, Turning Point." And then he's like, "What about Gogi? You're not doing Gogi?" And I'm like, "Man, I've heard about Gogi, but nah." And then like literally like a week later, I got My Life Story in the mail. I told my wife, I was like, "Baby, this program got at me. They're supposed to be like one of the best programs ever." So I was honored. Like that's how I took it. I was like, "Oh wow, this is an opportunity. Like this is fate, So jumped on it. I did My Life Story. Like I knocked it out. I knocked it out. Like I think like 3 or 4 days. Like every day I was working on it. Mm-hmm.
Now you showed me the meeting manual. How important was that when your friends were gathered around and doing Gogi? How important was it that the format for the meeting? Did you enjoy them?
I definitely enjoyed them. Yeah, the meeting manual, it keeps you on track, right? It gives you that direction, because people sometimes they like to ramble and whatever, It's good. Share, right? With one another, but let's keep it at the center, and that's what the Gogi manual does. It gets you back to the center, right? Yeah. And it moves you along, day to day, from your Gogi calendar, all that. It keeps you in line. It keeps you on track day by day.
I love that. So I want you to just pretend that I'm not in the room, but you are in an 8-foot cell with someone, a man or a woman, and they've clicked on their tablet and they have seen your face and they think, let me hear what he has to say. And they are listening to you. I want to give you a few moments to you talk to that person sitting on that 2-inch mattress, holding that tablet or that 18-inch black and white TV that they may be watching. I want to give you the opportunity to just talk to them for a moment. So let's let you talk to some of the Gogi students.
Okay. First and foremost, when it comes to Gogi is the program that you could do with no excuses. "Oh, I'm A to B. I've signed up for every group. I'm on every waiting list. I've been on the waiting list for 2 years." No. It's no nonsense. Right? It's correspondence. You do your courses in your cell. You could get it on the tablet. It's right there. It's readily available to everybody, right? But although it's readily available, it's the most effective. It's the most recognized. And to me, it carries the most weight. When people see that you're doing Gogi, it's like a certain respect comes with it. It's like, all right, this guy, he's serious about his rehabilitation. He's serious about his path moving forward. He's not playing around. This guy, he's doing his thing. So that's what got my attention, because I was like, oh, I could become a coach, a certified coach. So if you got the opportunity and you're sitting in your cell and you're saying to yourself, "Oh, well, I signed up for every group. I'm on every waiting list. No, this is what I was always telling everybody there. Cause I would hear that all the time. You hear that everywhere. Oh yeah, I'm waiting, man. This is nonsense and this is BS. I'm like, man, no, there's Gogi. Like straight up. You want like in the meantime, do this, and I guarantee you're gonna notice a change in yourself. Your family is gonna notice a change in you. And that's where the impact comes from, is once the people that care about you most, they start noticing the difference. And once my wife told me, like, oh, I right away I could see the difference in you, that got my attention, and that made me dig deeper and go further. And just stay true to your goals, finish what you start, and you're gonna see it. It's gonna build the people around you. Like when you're going through your rough patches, sometimes like people don't want to be around you. They're like, man, that guy's a screw up. I don't want to be around that guy, you know? But once you start doing things like this, like the guys that are programming, the guys that get that respect, right? You know, like they got that shiny hat on, they start gravitating towards you. They start accepting you. Like to me, that was the best feeling I ever could experience. Once like the most positive support groups that they have in there, and they start to seek you out, and then they become your friends, you know, like that to me was a big shift in my life. I was like, I like this side better than the other side, you know, like seriously.
A lot of people still sitting on their mattress saying, yeah, well, you don't know my problems. You don't know where I live. You don't know my situation. You don't know the pressure I have on this yard. You don't know. It's good for you. Congratulations, Coach Carlos, but it's not for me. What do you have to say to that person who says, yeah, it's good for you, but I don't ever see it happening for me?
Yeah, at some point I had that mindset too. I had that attitude too.
Okay.
Yeah, I was very dark-minded, bad down on myself sometimes, but like little by little, like I said, do a little bit. I'm not, we're not asking you to climb the whole mountain in one day, right? It's a spiritual triathlon, right? Seriously, like build yourself up, care about yourself, invest in yourself, because man, like I truly believe if I could do it, anybody could do it, because I've been served, like my whole time in prison, I was a level 4, 24 years. Yeah. So screwing up the whole time for 22 years, messing up. 3 years, as soon as I started doing Gogi, my life changed. So I think that speaks for itself.
Yeah, I love hearing that. I love your suggestions. When somebody has no hope, if they're on a very high level security yard, if they are entrenched in all sorts of behaviors, it's kind of hard to see that there's ever a way out. But you are proof. And the judge, when he looked at your C file and it was nearly a foot thick, when even he said that he is proud of you and he'd never seen a C file like that, it is proof that through determination and commitment, you can find internal freedom and then physical freedom.
Even the district attorney said it.
Yes.
This man has been a train wreck for 22, 23 years. Give me a break. He has a couple years of good behavior, and now he's like, you expect me to believe that he's this changed guy? Yeah. Oh, I don't think anybody here is going to bet on that, right? Everybody raise their hand.
I will. Right? We're betting on him.
Right?
Yeah. I think once this video goes on YouTube, we need to send it to the district attorney's office.
But let's weigh it out like that in those terms, right?
Yes.
22, 23 years of like misbehavior, basically. Like I was trying, I had my good, but for the most part, I was always like falling short, right? Stumbling. So 22 years of just messing up versus 3 years of good behavior. Once I got Gogi involved in my life, everything radically transformed. And like I said about that respect and that recognition, once I got involved with Gogi, even all the way to the judge, to the courthouse, they recognized it. And I'm here now. I'm with my wife. We're in our home. We wake up, we drink our coffee together, we go on walks, we go grocery shopping together, go sing karaoke. Bad karaoke on my part.
You're gonna have to send me a selfie of that and post it on
But
Instagram.
yeah, it's true. So, so many people, they'll be like, oh, discouraged because they say, oh man, I got 7 years of write-ups, right? Nah, man, you could change
You
it
had 22
like that.
years of write-ups.
Do the right programs, align yourself in the right program, stick to it, right? And that the proof is right there. The proof is right here.
GOGI told me this, I got the tools to live by. GOGI, GOGI. GOGI told me this, I got the tools to live by. GOGI, GOGI. GOGI told me this, I got the tools to live by.